Philippians 4:11 through 13. The book of Philippians is a really good book, you know. I always love Philippians, the verses that Apostle Paul, the gems, I should call it, that Apostle Paul leaves with us are some of the most repeated verses, in the history of the book. Some of the, one of the Philippians 4:10. We could do all things through Christ who strengthen us. That's one of those things that every Christian sort of knows by heart. So but there's so many others in the book of Philippians, and I just wanted to read this one, Philippians 4:11 through 13, which says, I'm not saying this because I am in need, for I have learned to be content whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all this through him who gives me strength. And this is that particular verse that I was speaking about just now, right? It's Philippians 4:11, right? And a lot of people just cut off this particular part of the scripture, but it's the pretext of it where it has basically the secret sauce. It is the body of that particular verse that tells you it, right? Because you said, see what the Apostle Paul tells us, and he says, I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation. And then he says, right? He reminds us in this too that he knows what it is to have plenty, he knows what it is to have a little bit, but he says that it's a secret, and while we may not look at it this way as it being a secret, it is sort of a secret when you look at it, right? Because you have to be able to figure out how to keep what you're going through in silence. You see, and that's what the secret is. He says, I know what it is to have a lot, and I know what it is to have a little. But the secret in the middle is that you could do everything through Christ who strengthens you, right? But the thing is that you can't let persons know that you're going through a struggle, because what's supposed to be happening with you during the struggle or during the plenty is that you're supposed to be the same person. You're supposed to be the same loving person. You're supposed to be the same strong person. You're supposed to be the same individual who can able to carry this load, whether light or whether heavy, because you have Christ inside you who is strengthening you to carry this load. You see? So what he's saying is that when I lack something, my attitude don't change, and when I have plenty, my attitude don't change, and that is the secret. That is the secret right there, because your attitude doesn't change because you have already identified within yourself that you could do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And it's more than you just saying that to people as some sort of reassurance that it could be done. It's about living your life as though you truly believe that. And that is the secret. So thank you everyone for the opportunity to speak, in Indira. I'm glad I had a chance to speak this morning. I was up from a lot earlier. My wife has been up and she's exhausted. So I gotta go right there and finish listening and just, thank you again for always being that person to keep the room open and, push forward. We appreciate you.